I recently got engaged this summer. We've been living together for a couple of years before this. And every time I've asked him to sit down with the budget, he just kind of brushes me off like, no, we're fine. We're good. We're good. We have a couple of credit cards that I am a co-signer on. And I started noticing my credit score dip. And
let me pause right there.
Yeah.
Let me back all the way out of this. So some people or a lot of people listening to the show don't know that I also co-host another show, the Ramsey Show, where it's a finance show. We're talking about money,
right.
And so you're asking questions about let's get beneath the budget part. You've been living with a guy for 2 years, and you've been asking him money questions, which are really safety questions, provider questions, are we on the same team questions, right?
Yes.
Okay. And y'all took out a couple of credit cards that together, so you, in a couple of instances, you've combined finances.
Yes.
But after living together for 2 years, he won't tell you what he makes?
No, I know what he makes.
Okay. He won't tell you what he owes?
He has. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So can I ask you a hard question?
Yes.
Why has it taken 2 years for you to trust yourself?
Trust myself? I am actually in trauma therapy.
Okay.
Not a good life.
Okay.
A lot of bad situations. Recently, within the last 10, 11 years, I've been working on myself. I have 3 daughters from a previous relationship. Started a business.
How bad is it? How much does he owe?
It's well over $100,000.
Okay.
Well over.
And what's the spending? Is it student loans or is it addictive stuff? Is it gambling?
Oh, I am very sure it's addictive stuff. He gets packages at the house all the time, from different stores, new clothes, golf stuff, soccer stuff.
So spending addictions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He tried to frame it as giving us the life that he thinks that we deserve, because he really wants to be there, to step up and be there for me and my children. He has 2 other children of his own that live with their mom, and which is great. I'm really happy that that's how he feels, but I can't accept that as an answer because I know that that's not the deep reason.
Okay.
That he is in debt.
Well, let's do this. I want you to part of trauma recovery is owning what I'm going to do next.
Yes.
Right. And so I want to own in this particular situation. I have let it go on for 2 years. And I'm not going to let it go on any longer.
Yes.
The deception and the dishonesty and the fantasy life, which is we're just going to ignore the realities of math. And I'm going to continue just to borrow money, buy money. Buy whatever I want or whatever I think is going to make one of these kids feel good in the moment. And regardless of whether I have that money or not.
Yes.
But I also hear in your question, let me say it this way. Rarely does someone who is completely avoiding reality in one area of their life not doing that in other areas of their life. So where are there deeper issues of trust fracture in this relationship?
He is an alcoholic.
Okay. There we go.
He recently went to treatment, and he has been working on himself as far as that goes, but I don't think that he's getting to the deep, deep reasons of why he feels the need to do. He's a people pleaser, 100% a people pleaser. He wants to make sure people feel good all the time. And this is something that I have asked him to work on in therapy so that, like I've said, be selfish, work on you. You don't have to worry about the rest of us. We'll take care of us. You need to work on you so you're the best possible version of yourself for us. But I just don't think that he's getting it.
Well, and I think this is one of the cancers of what I would call a great landmark. I'm a part of this community, the mental health awareness that has happened over the last 25 to 50 years.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome, but this is one of the cancers, which is going to figure out why I'm a people pleaser, going to figure out why I'm so desperate that everybody around me be happy, doesn't excuse the fact that he's lied to your face for 2 years.
Yes, I agree with that.
It doesn't excuse the fact that he is spending your family into a quagmire that will take a decade or more to get out of.
Yep.
And so I need you to go get to the bottom of some of your mental and emotional health challenges. It may or may not be a quote unquote addictive, an addiction of some sort or some sort of addictive disorder. But as for this house, we don't borrow money. As for this house, I want to pull all the credit reports, all 3 of mine, all 3 of yours, all of my 3 kids to make sure you haven't pulled anything else up because I do not trust you.
Yeah.
And by association, I lost trust in myself, in my own gut feeling, and I'm not doing that anymore. That's part of my trauma recovery is I'm going to begin to trust my body when it says, hey, there's a problem over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
And you have to not make peace, but you have to traffic in the reality that he might leave.
I think it might be me leaving before him.
Okay. You might be like, oh, that'd be awesome. Like, man, if he left.
Yeah.
That'd make my life easier.
At this point, he knows he has a lot of work to do. I just don't know if he knows how to do it.
Okay. That can't be your job because...
That's okay.
But what your job is making a very clear roadmap to trust and giving it to him.
Okay.
And he gets to decide whether he's going to follow it.
Okay.
And if he doesn't, then behavior's a language. He's saying, I don't want to be a part of this relationship.
Okay.
But you have to be clear about here's what, and I don't even want to say need. Here's what I want for my house, for me, for any future relationship I'm going to be in, any future marriage I'm going to be a part of. Here's what I want. I want to be with somebody who understands the realities of math, however uncomfortable they may be. I want to be with somebody who, if there's an expense over $100 or $500, that we run it by each other first. That we have a budget for our money so we have control. Some sort of boundaries that we both agree to live within. Because a budget just sets the priorities of what you think is important in your lives.
Okay. I like that.
Is that fair? It should be the most terrifying and the most empowering exercise you've been a part of. You, for the first time, looking in the mirror and saying, this is what I want. And as for me and my house, this is what this is going to look like. I hope you'll be a part of it with me.
I think he'll be really receptive to that as well.
Okay. Because here's what I can also imagine in his world. You doing a lot of trauma work, which is both cathartic and scary and terrifying, right? It's raw.
Yes.
And you saying things like, you need to do your work and you've got a lot of work to do and you need to go talk to a therapist about this. And I think you're an addict and I think and that might be you just yelling at him in Spanish for all, he doesn't know what that means.
Right.
And so you giving him a map that says, regardless of how uncomfortable you feel, regardless of how tired you are, we will sit down on Sunday nights and go over the budget together for the upcoming week and a calendar. If you come home to this house and you've been drinking, you can't stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you set those boundaries up. He's the one who violated the trust. In my world, I call it financial infidelity.
Yes.
He cheated
I agree
on
with
you.
that.
He cheated on you with money and he severed your attachment to safety. And let's take ownership. You allowed it to happen for 2 years.
Yes.
And so cool. I allowed this, and that's often a great way to enter into these conversations by using an I statement first. I allowed this. I asked you for budget numbers and you said it was all fine and I didn't follow up. That's on me. I'm taking 100% responsibility, and that stops today. How's that sound?
I like it.
Okay.
It sounds good.
The first thing I want you to do is have everybody pull a credit report.
Okay.
And you can pull all 3 of them. I want you to have some confidence into how bad this thing really is. Why does that scare you?
Just because what if there's more?
Okay, almost every time these kind of conversations come out in spurts. So has the number grown the more you've dug in?
Yeah, since the first conversation, it was just, he gave me a little bit. And then the next conversation, I was like, wait a minute, you have this out though too. And then he, I know that he had another credit card out and, so it's just little by little, it just kind of opened up. I don't know if there is any more, but I almost wouldn't be surprised.
Right. And that's what I want to solve. Your body's not going to feel safe until it knows.
Okay.
So cool. Let's pull all 3 credit reports. Let's look at it and circle it. And we're going to get out a yellow pad and we're going to add it all up. Or an Excel sheet. We're going to add it all up. And are you able to see his direct deposit?
No.
Okay. Then you don't know how much money he makes.
I haven't. He's shown me a couple of pay stubs here and there. I know what job he has, and I kind of know what's coming in.
Okay. I want to transition from kinda.
Okay.
To I know. And the day y'all are married, if you decide to do that, y'all are going to have one checking account, so we're both working from the same place. But please don't do that if you're not married. It makes untangling that a nightmare.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to tell you, can I tell you one more thing?
Yes.
If you're done, have the courage to leave.
Yes. And that is something I'm working in therapy is how I'm feeling about things and trusting my gut.
Okay. If you're done, be done. If part of you healing is having been done, or at the least, say that the relationship we had is officially over, I'm willing to build a new one if you are, and here's what I want that architectural and design to look like on this new building, this new marriage, this new relationship.
Right.
And we're going to build it from the floor up, and we'll try to work it that way. But it's just, I don't want you to go through this experience, have somebody start to work through this roadmap of trust that you've created and begin ticking things off, growing, and the whole time you're like, yeah, but I'm still out. If you're out, have the courage to be out. And there's no judgment either way. It's just you taking ownership of that. And again, I always want to point back to trauma therapy does a couple of things. One, it allows your body to remember what happened and not have your body take off and try to solve it as though it's happening in the present, right? But also trauma recovery is about trusting yourself and being scared and going anyway in terms of making new relationships, romantic, intimate relationships, friendships. And it's also about autonomy, being able to say the things, here's what I want and here's what I'm going to demand because this is my life. And asking somebody that you're going to marry, what do you demand? Can we sit down and put all these things on the table and create a secret world together, right? And that's a long-term relationship. But appreciate the call. I wish you the best. It's terrifying finding out your gut was right all along. It's terrifying to find out I ignored myself. It's terrifying to find out, hey, you owe 50 grand. You owe 100 grand. You owe 150,000. Whew, that's scary. And so I'm going to turn all the lights on, turn the music off. We're going to pull credit reports. We're going to sit down and we're going to get some assurances here. And then we're going to choose to start trafficking from that reality. And that can be a great place and that can be a scary place. I'm all over the internet because of this job, and I hate feeling so exposed and out there, and that's why I love Delete Me. They help me take control of my digital privacy so I can be peaceful and not paranoid when I'm online and offline. For 20% off an annual plan, go to joindeleteme.com/Delony.